Mark. And if you don't know who I mean by Mark, how about Mark Grayson? And if you still don't know who I mean by Mark Grayson, how about Invincible? And even if you still don't know who the hell I'm talking about, the guy that Omni-Man beat the shit out of. Oh yeah, and also for my Walking Dead fans, he's also played by Glenn. But what we're talking about today with Invincible is if he could beat Superman in a fight. Wait, you guys do know who Superman is? Yeah, fuck you. Today, we are going to be doing none other than a which is better, character analysis, power comparison, pros and cons, and finally, who would win in a fight and why. Invincible versus Superman, two aliens raised on Earth, two heroes shaped by trauma, hope, and violence. But when it comes down to it, who is actually stronger? Who's the better character? Invincible is Mark Grayson, a half-human, half-Viltrumite hybrid. The Viltrumites are a warrior race that conquers planets, and Mark's father, Omni-Man, was sent to take Earth. Mark inherits his father's powers, but also his conscience. His story is about resisting his heritage and learning to be his own kind of hero. Superman, on the other hand, is from Krypton, the last son of a destroyed world. Raised in Kansas, he becomes a symbol of hope, peace, and raw power in James Gunn's 2025 take. Superman is younger, a little more grounded, but still represented truth and justice in a morally complicated world. Both are aliens trying to fit into a human world, but how they handle that, total difference. Let's talk powers. Invincible has superhuman strength, flight, speed, and durability. He can survive in space and regenerate from near-death injuries, and take hits that would liquefy most beings. He fought monsters, aliens, and other Viltrumites, and he also keeps getting stronger with the more punishment that he takes. But Superman is on another level. He has all of that, plus heat vision, freezing breath, super hearing, X-ray vision, and near infinite solar energy powering him. And under Earth's yellow sun, he can lift planets, break dimensions, and move faster than light. In terms of raw stats, Superman wins easily, but it's not just about power. Here's where it gets interesting. Mark Grayson is relatable. He gets beat up a lot. He loses fights, he questions himself, and we watch him grow. He's not perfect, but he tries, and that's what makes him such a good character. His arc is about breaking the cycle of violence, about proving your bloodline doesn't define you. Superman, on the other hand, is a gold standard, a symbol. He chooses kindness even when he doesn't have to. But that can also make him a little less reliable. He's already who he's meant to be. He doesn't change that much, and when he does, it's subtle. So while Superman might be more iconic, Invincible is often more human, more flawed, more real, different kinds of good. Here are some pros and cons, starting with Invincible. The pros: he regenerates fast, he trained by one of the strongest beings alive, which is Omni-Man. He gets stronger the more he fights, gritty, relentless, and emotionally driven. His cons: he's still learning, he's still reckless, takes a lot of the punishment before adapting, and can be manipulated emotionally. He also loses often against stronger, smarter foes, because, you know, he doesn't want to hurt them. Fucking loser. Now for Superman, the pros are insane power ceiling, nearly invincible, experienced, calm under pressure, built-in arsenal, heat vision, flight, etc., solar powered, and gets stronger over time. His cons: he is weak to kryptonite and red sun energy, often holds back in fights, emotions tied to protecting others, and can underestimate opponents early on. Okay, now let's stop dodging the real question. Who would win in a straight up fight, Invincible or Superman? If we're being honest, this isn't a fair fight at all. Superman's baseline is already stronger than Mark's top feats. He's more faster than light, he's flown into black holes, he's taken hits from Doomsday, Darkseid, Zod, and walked it off. Mark is strong, yeah, he's brutal, but he's not that level. Yet. But let's not pretend like Mark doesn't bring anything to the table. He's fought armies, survived planetary wars, and he has held his own against Conquest, Battle Beast, and even Omni-Man, and lived. And unlike Superman, Mark does not hold back, if we're talking about the season that just happened and later seasons on. He's not above fighting dirty. If he has to kill, he will. If you guys have read the comics, you know what I'm talking about. He's unpredictable, and that alone gives him an edge Superman might not be ready for at first. Let's go through some scenarios fans love to throw around. If Superman holds back, which he usually does, Mark could get the upper hand, at least temporarily. Mark's smart enough to take advantages of hesitation. He fights with emotion, which makes him reckless but also dangerous. If Superman from early comics or a younger Gunn-style Superman still growing into his powers, that's actually a fairer fight. Mark could take a few rounds, especially if it's the early in Superman's career. But if it's peak Superman, like post-Rebirth, Injustice, or even just animated Justice League versions, Mark doesn't stand a chance. One heat vision blast, one punch at full power, and that's it. Even Omni-Man wouldn't survive that, and remember, Omni-Man beat Mark nearly to death without breaking a sweat in Season 1. But strength isn't everything. Let's talk about who's the better character. Superman is timeless. He's the blueprint for every superhero that came after. Truth, justice, the classic struggle between power and morality. But let's be honest, for new audiences, he can feel overpowered, predictable, and almost too perfect. Invincible, on the other hand, is messy, which he makes so many mistakes. He's relatable. He's what happens when you mix Superman's powers with Spider-Man's humanity and then throws it into a blender with pure drama. Mark gets beat up a lot. He bleeds, he fails, but that's what makes him so real. We see him grow, which watching him become a symbol, which is better because we do not see him start off as one. So if we're judging by who's more compelling to watch or read about in 2025, Invincible has the edge, especially for younger audiences who want their heroes to earn it the hard way. Cultural weight matters too. Superman changed the world. Without him, there's no Marvel, no DC as we know it, no superhero genre. He's been the symbol of hope through wars, decades, and reboots, but Invincible is shaking things up for the new generation. He's a hero for the streaming age, raw emotion, brutal, and unpredictable. He reflects the darker world that we live in and still fights to be better. Superman will always be the icon, but Invincible, he's an evolution. And that's why this debate matters, because it's not just about real strength, it's about what kind of hero we need right now. So here's the final answer. Power-wise, Superman wins. There is no question about it. He is way too fast, he is way too strong, and he is way too experienced. Reliability and character arc, that's Invincible's domain. His story hits harder for modern fans. Longevity and legacy, Superman is untouchable. Potential and future growth, Mark might one day reach Superman's level, but not yet. So in a fight, Superman wins. But in storytelling, Invincible's catching up fast. And if we ever saw them team up, nothing in the universe could stop them. That's the full breakdown. Let me know in the comments, who do you think wins, and what matchup should I cover next? Omni-Man versus Homelander, or maybe even a team up of Invincible and Superman? If you like this video, drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and turn on notifications because I am the best YouTuber ever. Also, I have the same birthday as Mr. Beast. Until next time, stay strong, stay smart, and stay...